Or actually, starting soon screen. There we go. Why play music? Okay. Hopefully everyone can come pretty soon. That. Alright, just going to this screen for now as everyone joins in. Where is everybody? Oh no, Nightcrawler has gone. He's gone MIA. Whoops. Well, guess we're gonna wait. But to those in chat, hey. Still waiting on some peeps, but they'll be here. Oh, hey, Hey, Kit. How's it going? Glad you can make it, although we're not exactly starting yet, so hopefully you can stay up a bit longer to enjoy the incoming hilarity. There we go, Keck. Oh, we got 3 people here. Sweetness.
Hi.
Hey, Legon.
Hey, Legon. Hi.
Yep, just waiting for, I think, 2 more people. Brightfire and Nightcrawler, and then we will go ahead. So, note to the chat, we are missing one of our ladies for the evening, but we should be just fine. And can't wait to get through this case, so... Ooh, I don't want to play that song just yet. There we go.
What if better?
Ill ads. Ill. Ill, ill, ill.
How dare they?
How dare you, YouTube? Fuck you, YouTube. Fuck you, Google.
And not in the pleasant way.
Yep.
There's a pleasant way to do that.
Hope you have a good time with it. I plan on it, yeah. This is always a mood booster for me on Sundays, so definitely need it. Meanwhile, I'm going to start the game. Wait for everybody to join in. No, not Sonic X Shell Generations, as much as I want to play it. Wrong game. Alright, Nightcrawler's almost here. I'm surprised Brightfire is late. He definitely needs to be here.
Yeah.
Yep. Important we start on time, because otherwise I don't want to keep people up. If I don't have to.
And Brightfire said he was good.
Indeed.
So...
And next week's going to be a little awkward for everyone when the stream happens.
Why is that?
Why?
Next Sunday is
It's the 3rd.
Daylight Savings Time.
Oh! Oh,
Wait.
we get an hour back. We get an hour back. What are you complaining?
Oh wait, is it? Yes, it is.
We get an extra
it's
hour.
lovely.
This is the good time shift. Although we really shouldn't have time
Sorry.
shifts in the first place.
Daylight savings just makes me want to die in general.
Yeah.
Hey, you having trouble sleeping and getting energy? Get fucked, population.
Imagine, like, we could instead, you know, have normal time. But no, we're gonna fuck you over instead. As an analog clock enjoyer as well, do you know how annoying it is to have to reset all of your clocks?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
no one likes to
I
admit.
wear analog watches.
Oh, analog watches. Your poor fingers.
Having to do that little tiny dial.
Sound mixer. Discord at 100%. Everything at 100%.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Brightfire.
Bright.
Glad you can make it. And there he
And
is.
there's Nightcrawler.
We are finally here.
Guys. I'm here. Sorry I'm late. Gosh.
How's it going? How's it going? We are live. We are
Yeah.
streaming. We're doing the thing.
The thing. Oh.
Zeus, do the
I
thing.
didn't realize we were doing the thing. Alright, who's gonna be the monster?
Oh gosh. This is now turned into thing / Among Us. How dare?
Amogus?
I mean, it is Halloween.
That's true.
Well, I mean, it's not Halloween, but it's Halloween season.
It's close to
It'll be
being
Halloween like
enough.
4 days.
I've been
Like-
celebrating Spooks Month for a while.
I mean, it's Halloween weekend, so...
Yep.
Yeah, I guess that's true. It'll be Halloween in 4 days.
Yeah. Anyone doing anything
But-
special for it? Or nah?
Nothing whatsoever.
I don't know.
Absolutely nothing.
Maybe.
Fuck
What
holidays.
day is Halloween gonna be?
Thursday.
Thursday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thursday.
I wonder if we're gonna have a Halloween D&D session, Katie.
Yeah, that's
Whoa. Okay.
what but... No, nothing special for Halloween, really.
Yeah, at least not at the moment, for me. Or
I did go to... a
Now
Halloween
recording.
trivia
Oh,
on
right, lots.
Friday. And I must
oh,
share
that's the
with
wrong one.
you all the nightmare that I apparently was.
What?
The
My
nightmare.
friends were very... They did not like me.
What?
Uh,
How
Dagon,
dare.
why are you? What are you scratching that keeps getting picked up by the microphone?
I'm not scratching anything.
my friends didn't like me.
Well, sorry to hear that. Hmm.
Oh, that's my
No,
analog
no.
stick on my controller.
No, not actually.
Oh,
Not
that'll
actually.
be it.
I sent in general chat what I was wearing.
Sorry, Lagon. I've been hearing it this whole time and just been wondering what the hell is that?
All
That's
right.
what happens when you turn off noise suppression, but you gotta do it.
Yeah, I toned down no suppression myself just because the big game blinds are being cut off. Anyway,
Yeah.
I am officially hitting the record button, as I always do per tradition. So, that all said, we're all ready to begin?
Well, we
Just
gotta
as soon as
sync.
we do the sync, I imagine.
Well, I'm just waiting on Nightcrawler here.
I have my milk now. I'm good.
You got your milk?
Milkies. Yay.
I do. Why is Tess in a... Or is that you? I can't tell.
That's me.
What?
That's why none of my friends liked me on Friday.
You know what? Fair.
Hold on, what?
A whole story we're missing.
I was about to say, why is Tess dressed up as the Phantom of the Opera? But then I was like, wait, no, Katie was also making a mask. A princess, a Slay the
me.
Princess mask.
That's what that was. I was testing out my mask, for in general chat. If you guys wanted to look at that.
Oh, I wasn't looking at that. Okay.
Me neither, but now I'm curious.
Oh, there it is.
Got it. All right.
Work.
All right, cool. Once more, I'll be ready.
I swear, that's the way you're angled in that face makes me think you're about to make a comment about a nice Chianti.
All right. Once more with feeling.
Think?
Ready? Here we go. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Toilet.
Sing.
Think.
All right. I think we're ready to go. Let's do it.
By the end of this, none of us are going to be saying sing.
Did you just quote Shantae?
Yes. Love that game. Here we go. We're back because we were just booted from the stadium, thanks to Mr. Wolf over here.
Don't mention it.
On the plus side, we're back with the cat, which is really the most important thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cats are the superior pet.
Looks like we got the boot again.
With Lance safe, the focus of the investigation will shift solely onto the murder.
You mean the infighting between the kidnappers?
Yes, and also the identity of the remaining kidnapper.
This would
That's
be
Ernest.
Miles, my boy. Tell me it's true. Tell me that you've really found my boy.
Yes, Mr. Romano, please stop quivering. We found him earlier in the stadium.
Then my little Lance is unhurt?
He's not exactly the picture of perfect health, but his life is not in danger. He's being questioned right now by Agent Lang.
Poor Lance. It must have been so horrible for him. Locked up like a...
Agent Lang over in the stadium. Now, what's your persona, boy?
All right, we're going to talk to Mr. Amano right now.
Go for it.
But before that, I think it's badge time.
The badge!
My badge.
Ah, seeing that badge reminds me of Manfred. Now, he was one fine prosecutor. The best of the best.
Yes, I can't disagree with you there.
I sense you don't really want to talk about him.
I think we already had this conversation.
Oh, maybe we did. Oops.
Yeah, how I feel about him, it's hard for me to be truthful about that with another person.
Your hard countenance. I don't know what you're thinking or feeling, but mark my words, I think you are Manfred's true successor. I really do.
Meanwhile, in Edgeworth's mind, aluminum, do 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 do, aluminum, do 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 do.
No, if he's British, you have to say it right. Aluminium.
No!
Touché.
Miles, my boy, I can't thank you enough.
Oh, it was nothing.
I'm still in shock over what happened to Oliver. But I have to say I'm relieved that Lance is all right. Oh, that's right.
Oh, did you finally remember you have to pay me?
I mustn't forget to pass this on to Lance as soon as the police are finished with him.
A letter?
Oh boy.
Ah, the way Lance is being chased after by women reminds me of someone I know.
Keep your mouth shut, Zeus.
I almost can't believe he received yet another love letter, you know?
The fact that that kid's getting any sort of action is a mystery to me.
Here, take a look
Anime.
for yourself.
It's anime. Half the men out there are being chased after by 3 times the amount of women that there are in existence in the world.
Yep.
Yeah, but you see, anime also has exaggerated designs with their characters, which make them look better half the time.
Yep.
This is not one of those cases.
Isn't this a breach of confidentiality? It's a very simple love letter.
That does not look like a love letter.
No, it doesn't. Not unless you happen to be... Not unless the one who happens to love you is Sadako.
I mean, it
Oh!
also might be Jigsaw, let's be fair.
Oh, hey, let me see. Huh? That's really weird. Why is there a smiley face for the stamp?
Oh yeah, I noticed that. Jeez.
No, it's the colon slash.
It's from a loan company. Tender lender. Looks more like a collection bill to me.
And this is another reference to the third game.
Yeah,
to,
there's Viola.
Yep.
to chess. Very important character.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Right.
Viola Cadaverini.
Alright, we're gonna talk to Lauren here. About the boyfriend.
He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not. Oh, that's the 12th one.
Are you counting the amount of times you've sucked that ring pop?
No.
Is
not.
this like that? Is this like that owl thing from that one commercial with the lollipops?
How many licks does
No.
it take to get to the ring pop center of a ring pop?
Exactly, and apparently she's turning that into into he loves me not. That is the most sexually suggestive and at the same time weirdly confusing way to do he loves me not that I've ever seen. Though at least
No.
it's not as violent as doing it with a flower.
No, you know what
Which
the
makes
real
it actually
mystery is
the
if she's doing that. How is the ring pop keeping its shape?
Yeah, it hasn't like dissolved by now.
Apparently she's just that particularly skilled at sucking off.
Mr. Edgeworth, my
Horrible
goodness.
thing you just said. No, you can't give up, Lauren. Just one more
Edgeworth is
try.
really like, oh man, I need lessons from her.
Oh my gosh.
Excuse me, but I can't help but feel a bit sorry for all the ring pops you've gone through.
Ring pops, not flowers.
I suppose if they were me, then
Hold on, if the ring pops were you getting sucked off,
I have my own
I'm
fantasy.
very confused.
I believe you said that you are Lance's girlfriend when we first met, correct?
Yes, I am. But oh, it's not like we both think of each other as lovers. But he did give me this ring, so I guess we're not just friends either.
Oh, so he wanted you to practice.
I mean, because this isn't just any ordinary ring.
Oh, that is very... Oh my god, it actually is a ring pop!
Wait, when you look at it's so wonderful.
She is
You
a
mean-
simple girl with simple taste.
I honestly can't really make a read this line because I haven't been making a joke about it this entire goddamn time. I called it from the beginning, so do not let me be confused about commenting about how it's a ring pop. Move on to the next line.
So which is it? Have you guys not decided if you're going out, or is it just one-sided?
Decided. Shouldn't the parties involved naturally just know?
Oh, you've clearly never dated Mr. Edgeworth.
No, I have never dated Mr. Edgeworth, much as I may want to.
Narcissist as much?
It's the only choice I would choose after Phoenix Wright.
My father used to work for Mr. Romano. He's the dead guy. And so Lance and I grew up together. I said it out loud.
I don't see how that's anything to be embarrassed about. Doesn't the childhood friend usually win in these shows? So your father was an employee of the Amano Group. What did he do?
I heard his job was to fly around the world. On Pegasus.
Not me! Don't look at me!
So
Oh.
your dad was also a furry.
Oh yes, your father was riding Pegasi all the time.
He must have gone to Equestria, clearly.
He brought
Pegasus.
a pony back to Equestria.
Oh, Pegasus was the name of the airplane. The airplane belonged to the company. You had me there for a second. I thought you went to Equestria. But now it's all changed. My father, he isn't around anymore. Oh, I see.
Did he move to China?
About 10 years ago, he rode in Pegasus off to somewhere and never returned.
Riding Pegasus to whereabouts unknown. Sounds like the stuff legends are made of. Was your father named Hercules? And did he happen to know a very short, angry half-goat man?
Thank you for that.
It's been so long. I don't think I'd recognize him if we were ever to meet again. I'm so sorry, Lauren. I'm losing my K voice. She's gone.
Don't lose K to Lauren.
No!
Yes, Lauren's already taken, and she's practiced too much sucking to be able to do anything with her. She'd have to do more eating than sucking in that case.
Oh!
Mr. Edgeworth.
Well,
Goodness.
K is 17.
And Lauren's what? 20-something?
I think she's 19.
Oh, then the, Oh, well, in that case, I think the, what's it
The
called?
Romeo and Juliet
Yes,
law.
Romeo and Juliet laws would apply.
Go ahead.
But I won't give in to the sadness. I have to live. Yes, Lauren, live!
Before that, though, I forgot to present the badge here.
You know what this is? It's a prosecutor's badge. Behold it! Behold it, I say! I'm not a bad person, and I'm not out to seduce you, hard as you may find it to believe. Come now, won't you talk?
No, you're showing that to me to lord over me with how much authority you
Oh,
have.
goodness.
Well, I will not be bullied. You should be ashamed of yourself, you evil man.
How should I repent in order for this woman to talk to me?
Oh, my God.
Now I'm picturing her being like, oh no, the big bad man is going to lord over me. This is terrible.
Oh, woe is me.
I hope he doesn't take advantage of little old me.
Getting back onto topic about this incident.
Incident? But isn't the kidnapping already over and dealt with? I've been here the whole time, so I'm afraid I don't know much about any other incident.
Why am I suddenly feeling very suspicious of you? How did you come to know that Lance had been kidnapped?
Oh, that's because of my women's intuition.
She did it.
You based everything on that.
I know everything when it comes to my Lance.
That sounded strangely dirty.
I know everything. Oh, well. It's really strange.
God, no.
I feel like we are having different thoughts about where we think this was going.
It's really strange. It really must be destiny.
Look, first you were talking about yourself when you were sucking off that that ring pop, and now you're talking about your Lance. I think it's fairly clear where you happen to fall in the category of people's kinks.
Edgeworth the kink master over here.
Specifically, something involving the Federal Unemployment Tax Act.
What?
What?
Think about it.
Ugh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know if I want to know either.
Think of the acronym.
Income.
Oh, I get it. Okay. I get it.
Finally! Bloody hell!
Oh,
I
oh, I
still
got
don't know what
it.
that means. If that word means something, I have no idea what it means.
Oh, you poor sweet summer child.
Don't don't disillusion him.
We'll tell you when you're older.
Okay.
Okay, say your line.
Say your line, please.
No, this is really interesting. She started fantasizing again.
Did she ever stop?
No, I wish she did. So, what are you gonna do now, Mr. Edgeworth?
Well, we already established that there's a good chance that the killer is the other kidnapper, Glare. It's my duty to figure out who this other person is. I believe there is one location that might hold a clue or two.
What do you guys think?
I mean, technically... Actually, we haven't gone to the kidnapper's hideout yet.
I mean, if you're
The obvious location
yeah.
is the kidnapper's hideout.
But we're still not allowed in, remember?
Agent Lang and his men should be done with this area. In that case, there's no harm in asking that officer over there to let us in.
And here we go.
Well, but wait. Before you go do that, go all the way to the right.
Oh, right. We get to explore this area now.
This man looks suspiciously like the precinct.
Look at that lovely smile on the blue badger's face. Ah! It's looking at me.
Oh, wait.
Make it stop. Or you can do. I don't know. Caitlin's supposed to do this.
Yeah,
but-
go ahead, Katie.
It's looking at me! Make it stop! It's scary!
It's all right, dear. You want to know something? I was the one who created the blue badger. See, look at his eyes. Don't they look just like Daddy's?
Those dead, soulless
Okay.
eyes.
Okay, I'm updating it. The chief did it.
It's scary! It's scary because they do like. It's scary because they do look like yours, Daddy!
I'm questioning this home life now.
Well, that was rather depressing. I think I'd better leave the two of them alone.
And that was an achievement.
That was an achievement?
Yes,
Wow.
the blue fucking badger's daddy.
No!
Yes. I wish I was kidding.
Why is there a blue badger here too? My throat
Are you
hurts
deathly
now.
allergic to him or something?
It's not that. It's more the half smile on his face. It's really unsettling.
He's disturbed by the half smile.
I'm disturbed by all of him.
I'm more disturbed by its movements and how it managed to obstruct an investigation somehow.
Literally, it was very obstructive in the action.
Yeah?
Yes, and it took so many back and forth and then forward and back and then forward.
To think they were but a hotel. Now they have their own safari park attraction. Talk about a veritable goulash of rides and attractions.
With so many of them, you'd think they would have a ninja house.
The fuck is a ninja house?
Like one of those buildings with a zillion secret places to hide in. Those are fun.
Well, they don't. Whatever the fuck that is.
Hey, how can you be so sure?
Because I have logic on my side.
Oh, I know. I bet they really do have one, but it's hidden in real ninja fashion. Come on out, ninja house! I know you're around here somewhere!
You hit your head. A hidden
Yeah.
ninja house. Next she'll be looking for a lost pirate ship buried
Oh, look, I found
under
the
a
lost
beach.
pirate ship.
That lamp looks like it's got a lot of good stories to tell about the olden
How
days.
dare you? How dare you? How dare?
Dear what?
That's Kay's line.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Yes!
That lamp looks like it's
Retribution for Kay stealing everyone else's lines.
How dare. That lamp looks like it's got a lot of good stories to tell about the olden days.
Oh? It looks incredibly new to me.
Ugh, Mr. Edgeworth, you need to light it up and get a sense of humor.
I
You see,
would, but
light
it's
it
the
up.
daytime and this lamp is out.
But lighten up.
I just told you I can't. The lamp is out.
The line? Or we're just gonna move on?
Shut up! That joke was gold!
Fine.
That was... Oh, God damn it.
It's like you're gonna be like that.
That was rather rude, but just this once I'll look the other way.
On second thought, maybe the first thing you need to work on is tact.
What are you talking about? Oh my
Wait
god! Turn
wait
away!
a minute.
Turn away from the background!
Wait a minute, I feel like I recognize that guy over there.
They say that couples
you're
who
right.
cross
You
this
know
bridge
what?
together
It's
will
Sonic
find
the
happiness.
Hedgehog.
Sonic.
Or so the Gatewater Land pamphlet says.
But you think that they'd already be happy because they were able to come together.
I'm sure a lot of people are very happy when they come together. Logistics aside, I wonder who
Oh.
came up with this tale and when. This bridge doesn't look old enough to be the stuff of legends.
Well, some things are better left uninvestigated, don't you think? Ignorance is bliss.
Right,
I'm
now
just-
let's get out of here before he sees me.
Pearl is
I
already
can't let him
looking
think
at
I'm
you.
straight.
Hey, Edgeworth! What are you doing at an amusement park?
Just ignore him, just ignore him.
Hey, does that guy know you? I didn't know
No.
you knew Sonic the Hedgehog.
He knows nothing.
You should have told
No.
me that you knew Sonic. I'm a big fan.
Unfortunately, I'm more of a Shadow fan. What do you have to report?
Of course he is.
He
Sir.
would be.
Nothing unusual or out of the ordinary, sir.
Where have I heard such redundancy before? Is it possible for you to let us take a look around inside?
Sir! Roger, sir!
My name is not Roger. That was surprisingly hassle-free. Are you certain? Didn't Agent Lang order you not to allow me in?
Why would you say that?
Sir, that's true, sir, but Detective Gumshoe asked me personally to let you in, sir. And I could refuse a request from him.
Wow! Looks like Detective Gumshoe has a following.
Furthermore, I was asked to give this document to you, sir.
It's like the underground resistance.
What is this? The man in this picture. Isn't this Mr. Oliver Deacon?
Oh, he looks so sad.
But the name here says Colin Davere.
That's the same name as the one on the back of the pendant. It appears that Colin Deveray was his real name. What's this?
Oh man, it wasn't his persona.
I'm laughing at the. I'm the math nerd in me is laughing at his weight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
They didn't give a thought.
I'm too lazy. Or I'm too busy groaning about the prison name.
Enident.
And,
Yes.
Ace Attorney continues.
The puns will
He was-
never end.
He was convicted in a case 10 years ago and sent to prison.
It's always 10 years ago, I swear.
What? Then what
I
is he
think this is
doing
this
here?
is the only game in the series that has 10 years ago.
Are you saying this game is tenure?
No. What?
Apparently, he broke out of jail and then just vanished. He must have become Oliver Deacon to cover up the fact that he was an escaped felon.
Now I'm not sure what's going on anymore.
There's some sort of link between the victim's past and this current case.
Gee, I wonder.
These police documents are rather detailed. I should take the time to give them a thorough read eventually. Like right now. It's fine. Let's focus on one thing at a time, starting with the kidnapper's hideout.
Yeah, I agree. We should investigate first, think later.
I don't think you're entirely wrong. More than thinking things through, I think you should try remembering things first. Now then, if you could please unlock the door, officer.
It was locked up. Excuse me. It was locked up until a little while ago, but since then, the door's been wide open, sir.
I'm not sure I follow what it is you're saying. Care to explain in a bit more detail?
Sir, the door was locked down tight when they went to check out the room.
The door?
The room. The door.
The dir.
I must work on my vocational skills, sir. So they got about 10 officers to help out and break the door down, sir.
I see. I guess that means I get Agent Lang's leftovers. Well, let's see what we find. Never was a
There won't
fan
be
of
not but
leftovers.
bones, let me tell you.
So this is where the kidnappers planned their foul deed.
While you were tied up for a while in the room next door.
Hey, please, must you bring that up again?
Of course I miss.
Now then, down to business. There might still be some clues left in this
Down
room.
to business, to defeat the Huns.
Let's try to find out what we can of the other kidnapper's identity.
Did they send me daughters when I asked for sons?
Don't quit your day job.
Now, so you want
Please, before you give us a copyright strike.
to check out this real quick?
Let's
Just for your
see.
record.
Whereabouts unknown after his escape from Pennydent Prison. Stole a gun from a guard during his escape. We thought he might head for where his wife and sole daughter are, but despite our surveillance, he has yet to show up.
Hmm.
Oh,
Where did
I
he get?
know. His daughter is what's her name?
Ah, yes.
Ring
that
Pop
character we
Girl.
met. What's her name?
Anyway, where
His,
to begin?
his daughter is
You can
Ring
tell
Pop
he
Girl.
really cared about his child when he named her what's her name.
I guess we'll go in
Anyway,
order then.
start investigating things.
Well, I mean, you'll never forget her name if that's what you call her.
This door is thoroughly broken thanks to the police.
You know what? I
forced it
wouldn't have
open.
somebody just prank you by saying that's their names in print. Like, you know, doing the teacher's doing roll calls. Like, Miss.
I mean, that's
What's her
literally
name?
just the joke. That's literally just the joke in SpongeBob. What's it to you?
Not as silly as that one comic talking about the kid they named Little Johnny Tables. Well, no, that wasn't his full name. That was just the nickname they gave him.
So, Edgeworth, I think you were kind of interrupted there towards the end. If you want to redo the line.
This door is thoroughly broken thanks to the police who forced it open. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Let me get the counter up.
All right. Let's check out this ladder here.
One sec.
Okie dokies.
It's the very important counter.
Yes,
must
and
find
sadly
out.
It will sadly not continue until the second game, so we need to get the most out of it that we can now.
I don't think they kept it in the fan translation either. It was just cut. Or maybe it
No,
was.
they did keep it in the fan translation.
Alright, let's see.
But that's why people were so upset that it wasn't there anymore, because the second game is now no longer got this anymore. We had it for
Alright,
10 years.
The panel that hid the entrance to the underground is propped up and wide open. Be careful of where you step, Kay. We don't need you falling again.
I only fell into that other opening once, you know.
Also, hey, Serenity. Thank you for being here, my lovely Durg lady. And a hydrate.
Serenity now!
For a
have a
second,
scar.
I thought you were talking to me.
No, when we're doing here, you're Nightcrawler. But I get you, dude. Anyway, she says to hydrate.
Oh, hold up. Drink some milk.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
Hail hydrate.
Doorknob handle. That doorknob handle thingy is looking pretty beat up.
I suppose that's what happens when 10 officers break their way in with brute force.
Hey, that's odd. The lock on this is completely fine. Look, not a single dent.
But how is that possible after what that officer told us?
Yeah, if the lock had been in use when the door was busted down, then the lock itself, then the lock itself should be completely wrecked.
So the lock on the door leading to the outside is undamaged. How can that be? Unless it was actually unlocked the entire time and they were just trying to push a pull door.
Looks like a sword. A broken sword.
Strange. Why would it be broken like that?
I wonder. Gee, I wonder, Mr. Edgeworth.
Swords don't usually break on their own, unless you're playing a game with durability.
That's true. You know, all my swords break in Minecraft.
Alright then, let's think about it in this way. Maybe it broke when someone was trying to use it for or on something.
To be fair,
Like
they
my
probably
head.
always break because I end up accidentally using them to mine.
Oh dear, you're one of those. Hypotheticals aren't going to get us anywhere. Perhaps we should think more on this later.
Apparently, Kay is a gamer girl. I did not realize this.
I can see that.
Ooh, they have barrels like these just outside.
Yes,
I'm in
and...
the barrel. I am the barrel! Well, I know I already asked you when we were out there, but... if these were real, what would you put in them?
There's an expectant gleam in her eyes that I'm about to dash.
Also, from Serenity, says, I've done that push-a-pull door. It's embarrassing. Fireman...
Can we press the Q?
Sure.
Cool!
You think?
I suppose you may as well.
wonder.
I wonder.
Eureka!
It's a bit strange that the police had to force their way into an unlocked room. One look at the pristine door lock and anyone can see that it was not in use at the time.
But the policeman outside said that it took 10 men to get it open.
A door that was locked tight despite it being not locked at all.
10 men trying to pull open a push door.
It can only be because of this.
All right, Serenity.
Nothing else would take 10 men to deal with.
Enjoy your supper.
Oh, you mean...
Yes, it was used to jam the door. Here, take a look at the door handle. Do you see how the handle is completely destroyed?
So that's how the sword broke.
Wow, all that for that.
It is a pull door.
That's basically a lot of this game, honestly.
It is a pull door.
This must be where they dispose of old and worn out costumes.
That's so sad.
It would seem that they throw the costumes away in pieces. Beyond this door...
Is where the kidnappers held you after getting the jump on you.
Must you keep reminding me?
Yes. But it's the room where I got to see your awesome face.
Are you trying to say I was having an Ahagao face?
Oh my gosh.
What?
No one is allowed to see that except for he who shall not be named.
What?
That man.
So, Nightcrawler, we'll tell you.
We'll tell you when you're older.
Yep. Go ahead.
You don't need to remind me of that mortifying moment either.
Watch out, Mr. Edgeworth! It's me. I'm coming for you.
The broken mirror. It probably came from the haunted house. Why is this here? They planning to repair it? Unused folding chairs lean against the wall in their folded state.
Wow, whoever lined these up did it perfectly. They're not even a single hair off. I'd feel bad using these because it'd be like stealing the perfection away.
I suspect it's more like you wouldn't want to be the one to put them away.
I've done.
How perfect they are, Mr. Edgeworth.
I've
They're
done so many times at church.
A sign advertising the photo rally, something I have absolutely no interest in.
Yeah, but I do! And I'm gonna get my hands on the rest of the Badger family. You'll see.
Please stop jumping like that. Your skirt's a little short. She definitely brings a decidedly different atmosphere to the criminal investigation. Thank
No,
you.
Thistle, no, don't. That's my
I
milk.
won't rest until I've inspected every
It's his
suspicious-looking
milk.
nook and cranny.
Yeah! More counters!
What is with the rims on those cups?
Cheap styrofoam cups.
I've never seen them that wide compared to the rest of the actual cup.
Yeah. I want those cups.
Looks
They're
like
either
only-
never gonna fall over or they're gonna be the easiest thing to tip over.
Looks like only 3 cups were used.
Folding chairs, and by the looks of it, they were probably used by the kidnappers.
There are 3 chairs set around the table. I wonder if this has any meaning at all.
Probably
Hmm?
not.
I wonder what this key is to.
You got me.
It reminds me of the key we found in the other room.
That's it! This must be the key for one of those trap doors.
That wasn't a trapdoor. You only call it one because you quite literally jumped into it.
Hey, but isn't that what's supposed? Hey, but isn't that what you're supposed to do when you see one?
I am not having this conversation with you. Why did it suddenly feel like I was saying that to my daughter? I don't have a daughter. Oh god, what is this becoming? Can we please just finish this?
Hey, guess what? You've been adopted.
Oh
As
god
dad.
damn it. I thought you were a bird, not a cat. So this is the room next to the one we were held prisoners in.
You know, I took a peek in here and through the door. I took a peek in here through the door from the other room.
As did I, Kay. Anyway, if this room was truly the kidnapper's hideout,
Then that means there should be some clues to their identities here, right?
I don't know if there are, however the probability is quite high. I believe a thorough combing of this room is necessary. Oh, pardon me.
It's time for
I think we
some
need to logic.
cue time.
3 folding chairs and 3 cups, I'd say. The common denominator between the cups and folding chairs is the number 3. Speaking of which,
3 is a magic number.
the number of missing costumes is also 3.
Is that from freaking Schoolhouse Rock? Or something
Do you know what 3, 3, and 3 combined make? 9.
333!
Wait, but I thought there were only 2 kidnappers.
Uh-oh.
Indeed. Something isn't adding up. Literally. Is it possible there is a third kidnapper that Lance didn't see? I thought that we might uncover the true identity of the kidnappers. But instead, we've only uncovered more questions that need to be answered.
Oh! Oh God!
What is... Oh dear God! Kill it! Kill it with fire!
What is it?
Well,
Now,
well, Mr. Edgeworth. Oops, what?
I believe this is supposed to be the bellboy from the Gatewater Hotel.
Oh, so I'll change up my voice then if you really want me to.
Ooh, I could actually do this voice. I think...
Well, it's not. He's not going to be a proper character. But the way he speaks is similar to how the bellboy talks.
All right, then I will do that.
Is it in the first game?
Yeah, from the
Yes.
first game.
Well, well, Mr. Edgeworth, am I correct?
Oh God.
What are you doing suddenly popping out of the secret entrance like that?
Badger, get!
I'm sorry, but I cannot accept this photo. That is grounds for disqualification. Anyway,
Aw.
this is an underground passage used by staff members, sir. We Badgers also make use of it in our duties.
Look, why don't you get out of there first, and then we'll talk, okay?
Ah, I beg your pardon, miss.
Proto Badger, get! Alright, only one more to go.
Fine. I will allow this, since you are quite enthusiastic about it. Anyway, some for the chat. Pegasus! Hey, you got a fan, Pegasus. Yeah, hi. RG Tailsplash, hi. Good to see you tonight. How are you doing? I need to take a look at your model later, but I'm so happy for you. Anyway.
What are you getting all excited about?
Did you forget? The photo rally. Duh! See? Look! Now all I have to do is get a picture of the Bad Badger and I'm done!
Ah, yes. I vaguely recall a contest or something of that sort.
What? It's gone. But where did it go?
What happened? What's wrong?
A Bad Badger costume is missing, sir.
Oh, is that all? Well, it's missing because the kidnappers stole it.
I heard about how they were stolen, but they said that only 3 of the costumes had been taken.
What? Is he saying that more than 3 of them are gone? Mr. Proto Badger, please tell me a little more about these costumes you use. What did you mean by
one
a
in the
bad...
disposal bin? Please make sure that's not one that we don't need to look at.
What did you mean by a Bad Badger costume is missing?
Why, just what I said, sir. We are 1 Bad Badger short. Counting the spares, we have 2 of each costume on hand at all times.
Okay, so because one of them is walking around in the car.
The other should be in that room.
Ah, actually, both of them should be in that room.
Huh? What do you mean? I just need the Bad Badger!
Normally, we don't use the Bad Badger costumes. In fact, we only use them during a certain event at a set time each day. It's the stage show where the Bad Badger wreaks havoc around the park. And the other Badgers must work together to apprehend him, sir.
The Proto Badger is so terrifying.
I'm speechless that such a show exists.
Well, sir, I was just trying to explain to you the only time we use that costume.
Then doesn't that make it near impossible to take a picture of the Bad Badger?
Oh, my sweet summer child, Kay. You're finally learning how they keep things rigged to make sure nobody ever actually wins the big prize that they talk about.
I'm
That's
s-
how they get away with things.
I'm sorry, but you can please give your complaint to upper management. I will happily send you that complaint. But for now,
I only work here.
exactly. I don't get
Yeah,
paid
it's
enough
like
for
the-
this.
Yeah, it's like the McDonald's monopoly thing. They hold back the one thing that helps you win. It's all
Oh yeah,
a scam.
they always put in all of the boardwalk pieces, but never a single park place.
Yep. The illusion of winning. Personally,
No, the illusion of chance.
that's true. Personally, I can't believe that it's this close to showtime, and there's no costume. Oh, dear. What am I to do, sir?
All this basically means is that the kidnappers stole 4 costumes in total.
Then, are you saying that there are 4 kidnappers?
No, I don't think that's very likely. Though I do wonder if they may have decided to hide Lance inside one of the costumes in order to get him in here without anyone noticing anything.
Oh?
Recall the costumes for a minute.
The stolen ones, you mean?
What proves that a 4th kidnapper does not exist? The box full in the right, maybe? If you had 4 people and you had wanted to steal a 4th costume, wouldn't you naturally go for the full set and steal a pink badger costume instead?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And yet, the kidnappers decided to steal another bad badger. I believe the culprits needed 2 bad badger costumes. But the question is, why?
Obviously, they just identify with him. He's a criminal, after all.
I wonder why. Huh.
I wonder what could match. There's a mystery.
A second bad badger costume. I believe it may be closer at hand than we think.
What do you mean?
That costume in the trash. Oh, it's probably filled with blood because that was when that was the one that was being worn by the guy who got shot. Wouldn't you say that it's wearing some very telltale pants?
Because as you know, only criminals wear pants.
Hey,
It's true.
you're
Mickey
right.
Mouse doesn't wear pants. Donald doesn't wear
No.
pants. Goofy
Did you
wears
know-
pants though, and so clearly he's evil.
Did you know that Donald Duck actually like has legit military documents that you have to like that are classified?
Why?
Wasn't
For
there
his
also
character.
that one episode where Donald Duck was like saying a certain word while producing bullets or cannon shells for a certain military?
No,
What?
that checks out. Donald Duck is a veteran for the World War II, canonically.
I do recall him having like a nightmare where he was working for, as you said, a certain government.
Oh, it was a nightmare. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I believe. Well, it's basically he woke up from it and then basically said, "Well, we must not make sure that doesn't happen."
Okay, that
Anyway.
makes a lot more sense with that kind of context for that clip that I've seen.
You just thought that was what it was?
Oh yeah, Donald.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, Donald Duck is just he's just a turncoat.
Alright. Hey, you're right! Let's get it out of there and take a look! Pads.
As I suspected, it's a bad badger costume.
Well, minus the head.
The head's in the other room. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Yay! 3 in one stream. Let's go.
Man,
We
they were
add it to the
saving it up.
counter.
Make you up for lost time.
Look! Its hand is hurt!
Its hand is hurt. Bloody hell, girl. It looks more like something was ripped off of it.
Well, can we do something, guys?
Let's keep looking at things. Investigate the pants. I wonder why this Bad Badger costume's right hand is torn up like that.
Maybe it's a flesh wound from a fight with the blue badger! I'm so smart. I always knew the blue badger was one ferocious beast.
I somehow doubt that even real badgers are as bloodthirsty as that, Kay.
I'm
As
the
we-
bloodthirsty.
I don't know.
Unless
Have you
it's
seen? Have you seen badgers?
I was about to make a honey badger joke, but honestly, I just didn't care enough to do so.
All right, so what do we do?
Investigate the pants! Oh, okay,
can't.
nothing else there.
The pawns.
So where do you think is the problematic spot?
Huh.
Try the hand with the gun.
Oh, the feet! The feet!
What about the feet?
Not
Oops.
bad. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? I don't know if it is. Oh wait, the gun! No, present that.
Oh yeah, they ripped the gun out.
I believe what we have here is an inconsistency.
Between what?
Look carefully. Our costume is not holding something in its right hand that it should be.
Oh, the gun! Which is very important.
Precisely. The Bad Badger was designed to always hold a gun in his right hand. They wouldn't just make it a prop. However, you there, did you remove the gun from this Bad Badger's right hand?
No, I did not, sir. The gun is supposed to be securely attached to the costume.
As I thought. The rip itself confirms my hypothesis that the gun was forcibly removed. Mr. Proto Badger, the gun is, of course, not a functioning weapon, correct?
Absolutely not, sir. It's just a model gun. However, it can fire blanks.
So it is a gun.
I said it would fire blanks. It's not. It couldn't be loaded with
A
actual
gu-
bullets.
So it's a gun.
A gun that would fire blanks will fire not blanks.
I'm sorry, but who made you the gun expert here? You're right.
I mean, they're right.
Anyway, we need to use them for the stage show. And yes, even the chat is objecting to me. What have I done?
You've been wrong, that's what you've done. It seems that our kidnappers also had a need for the model gun, my dear costumed friend.
Alright!
Da-da-da-da. I think we're about done with this room.
So, what's next?
Well, we found a few answers. There are still a few things left that we have to ask a certain person about. Let's go, Kay.
Yippee!
Mr. Edgeworth, sir!
Oh, you managed to get out.
You've got to hurry, sir. Come on.
What is it, detective?
They found a blue badger costume down in front of the main gate, sir.
I like how the officer above Gumshoe saluted when he showed up.
I'm sorry, what?
Isn't that what one of the kidnappers was wearing?
Bingo! That's why you've got to come to the main gate with me right now. If we hurry, we still might be able to get there before Wolf Boy does, sir.
Alright, let's make haste to the main gate.
Right to it to be continued. Yeah!
That was
So,
quick.
how are you guys feeling? Quick break or nah?
I
good.
think we can keep going.
Okay. Onwards. Yep, we're out of the middle. We're in the ladder, so it's the final part of the case. Yay!
Where's the costume, Detective Gumshoe? Over
blind?
there on the right?
Just on the other side of the fountain, sir.
Oh, look at those lifeless eyes. Was it out here in the open all along?
Quick
No,
hydrate
we're
break,
here.
everybody. Serenity demands it.
Yes.
Oh,
I did.
if
Need
you
some milk.
insist.
Thank you so much.
Wait, did Kay say that?
Man,
one?
I really need this
I
hydrate
did
with
say
the
that,
0
yeah.
lines.
Yeah,
I
she
have.
Oh,
did.
okay. No, it was discovered in the tall grass back there. We moved it out here in order to examine it more thoroughly.
And let's get down to it.
To defeat the Huns?
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking cook and granny.
We are cooking today. 4, baby. 4 in one stream. All right.
This headpiece. This must be the Blue Badger officer Meekins crossed paths with.
Oh, the nerve of someone throwing a blue badger away like this. I worked so hard to create this character. It's like my baby.
Wait, I thought the chief created it.
How could someone do this, sir? How?
I thought the chief created it, not you.
The chief created the Proto Badger, and then Gumshoe created the Blue Badger.
Okay, alright. Detective, how about channeling your anger towards finding the culprits?
Good idea. Oh, wait till I get my hands on... who are they, Mr. Edgeworth?
Well, one of them's already dead. So why don't you try figuring out yourself for a change? You're a
Edward's
detective
done
after all, isn't that your job? What do we
Hey,
have here?
I detect things. I don't solve things.
Oh, it's another pendant. That's 2 treasures in one day. How lucky is that?
Also from Serenity here. Tall grass discovered. That's no costume. That's a Pokemon. Gasp.
Yeah, but you see it already
I
painted.
get this now.
Oh wait, I think I see something here. That's a pair of wings. The other one is a horse. So those are like some sort of like the whole 2 pieces of a heart that go together, and the 2 go together to form a Pegasus, thus connecting it to that whole plane that the guy having to ride off on, thus connecting it to that one daughter, and yada yada yada.
Haha.
Genius.
So I was the key to this whole case. Hidden in plain
You're
sight,
right.
everybody.
They're horsed wings.
It's a
And
flight.
All we're missing now is the horn part of the charm.
Full alicorn mode activate. Go ahead, Kay.
And hey, this pretty baby's made from platinum silver too.
Another pendant on top of the one we found on Mr. Deacon. Is it possible that these 2...
Hold it right there.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, it's the fruit.
Oh, here we go again.
Hands off, Mr. Prosecutor. You sure know how to cross the line, don't you?
Hey, furry boy.
A pendant, huh? This is a very decisive piece of evidence.
How can you tell?
Look here and read off what you see.
Lauren. Hey, it's a name that's engraved. Oh wait, damn it.
Lauren,
Wrong
Lauren
person.
Deesnet.
Sorry about that.
Wrong. I wasn't supposed to be reading that.
Lauren. Hey, it's a name that's engraved on this.
Aha! We have you now, Miss Kidnapper.
No, you don't understand.
I can't believe you were one of my kidnappers.
Leon.
Oh, I see your name pun now.
I don't.
Lauren Pops.
Lollipop.
Oh, Oh, okay. I'm
Lollipops.
caught up with the cash. I'm caught up with the class. I'm not happy about it, mind you, but I'm caught up with the class.
It happens to all of us.
Got there.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 second.
Also, like on, you're a little bit soft with Lance's voice. I raised up a little bit, so just FYI.
I can
You're
get closer.
kidding. Miss Pops was one of the kidnappers? Huh? Yes.
Gasp.
She kidnapped
It was
her
me.
own boyfriend.
I held Lance hostage.
So Miss Pops is one of the kidnappers. But even knowing that, I can't call this case solved. Or over.
Hey, guys, case closed.
No, there's still rest of the chapter left.
So someone else is able to say that though.
Get the car ready, and I mean get the car ready, and I mean the special one for this young lady.
Furry car? Oh no, I mean the furry mobile.
Mobile. We gotta go back to the convention center after this. Again, Mr. Prosecutor, what is it this time?
You may be getting your people over to the furry mobile, but I still need to get my people into the gay bus. Are you proposing that Miss Pops is also the culprit in the murder case? What happened? I thought Officer Meekins was your suspect.
Oh, we found it.
Found what?
That officer's gun. He literally dropped it in the middle of a thick patch of grass. Your country's police are a sham. Just look at how careless they are.
I could very easily turn this political, but I'm going to avoid that.
Who are you calling a sham?
The officer's gun didn't show any signs of having been fired, so it can't be the murder weapon.
So Officer Meekins has been cleared of all charges, I see.
And that's when a brand new suspect comes walking onto the scene. The murder only happened because the kidnappers started fighting amongst themselves. As I recall, it was you who said that, right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Miss Pops, did you kill your father?
Hey, we don't know he's the father yet. I mean, it's incredibly obvious, but
We don't know for certain.
Yes, I killed him. I can't believe it.
Thanks for the confession.
Agent Lang, it's much too early to declare this case closed.
Look at you, so sure of yourself. We've got the culprit's own confession and some very incriminating evidence. What more could you ask for?
Miss Lauren Pops.
Yes?
I want to hear it from you. Tell me your side of all that has happened today, from the kidnapping to the murder.
But why? I'm a kidnapper and the killer. Isn't that enough?
Oh god, she's going to cut herself. It's fine if you're the one behind everything, but only if that is the truth. Now then, will you tell us the truth, and someone get those scissors away from her? Or is there some reason why you can't? Like perhaps your mother is the other one involved in all of this, and you're just trying to protect her from going to jail?
My mother is dead.
Oh my.
Allegedly.
Mr. Prosecutor, we've not mentioned her mother in this entire case, which means she's not relevant. That's how the police investigations work in this series.
What do you mean we haven't
I bet
mentioned her? She was mentioned before. The guy was going to see. The guy mentioned. The information mentioned that he had a wife and daughter. We obviously know who the daughter is. We just don't know who the wife is yet. But she was
but
mentioned,
that means-
which means that she is a possibility.
No, hold on. Let me turn this around on you. He might have a wife, but do we actually know for certain that means that she's her mother?
Oh, going
You know
there.
what?
Let
You have a
me dig
very good
massive-
point.
Let me dig a massive rabbit hole here.
A rabbit.
Oh,
hole,
yeah.
you say,
Oh
first.
yes, I know you are very interested in finding big holes in rabbits.
No. Hold on a second.
Oh my god!
No,
I've
no.
got a
You
change
see,
of
with
heart.
the wolf
Shut up.
motif, does he find the hole or make the hole?
Oh.
I said he
listen.
finds the hole in the rabbit.
Oh my gosh.
No, what happens is I tear the hole in the rabbit as I eat its inner.
Oh,
The
so
end.
you're into vor then?
The endless B-Star references. Oh my god.
I've had a change of heart. I think I'd enjoy seeing you suck away as the losing mutt.
Serenity's like, this is widely inappropriate. Yeah? Welcome to Eating
Welcome to
Unhinged.
these dreams.
Welcome.
Anyway, go ahead. Did you read the line?
He
I read
did.
the line already.
Sorry.
All right, you heard me. Let's hear all about all the evil deeds you committed today.
The one who came up with the kidnapping plan was the butler, Mr. Deacon.
No, the butler did do it.
We knew that we could get rich by holding Lance hostage. Mr. Romano would pay anything to get his son back after all.
That's not true. I love money more than my son.
Damn.
How dare you!
Everything was going according to plan, but as soon as we got the money, Mr. Deacon turned on me and tried to kill me.
There. Are you satisfied? She just confessed to her crimes a second time. At least you have the guts to admit what you've done. I can at least respect that much.
Miss Pops, is what you said really the truth?
Yes, it is.
That is the truth. It certainly isn't the whole truth, or nothing but the truth. So help me God, because there is something that seems a bit too improbable in her confession. Time to press everything!
Here we go.
How well did you know the victim?
I've spoken with him only a few times at Lance's house.
A few times. That's it.
Yes.
They only met a few times. I don't see how they could have trusted each other.
But if you hardly ever talked, how could he trust you not to steal his plan?
Are you eating popcorn?
Yes.
That's completely irrelevant. He was planning to betray her from the very beginning.
Kay pulls out popcorn.
So, give me some of that popcorn also, please. Which is why he chose someone he wasn't especially close to. Isn't that right, Sheena?
Yes. However, Mr. Deacon made a very poor choice. In the end, he was killed by the one he intended to betray himself.
Ah, I bet he didn't see that one coming.
Keep pressing. You knew. How did you know something like that?
Oh no, what should I do?
Hey, what's wrong with her now?
Oh, come on, isn't it obvious? You're making your scary face again, that's why. Why don't you try asking her in a nicer, more gentle tone? No, stop it, Lauren. You're always like this. You always fall for the stern-looking one. That's why you'll always be unhappy.
I told you people to take away her scissors.
Or maybe that's it. She's been bewitched by your icy glare.
'Tis the season.
Mind your own business, Kate. Now then, Miss Pops, let's continue with your testimony.
Oh! Yes, of course.
So Serenity says, time to kill everything. Gorgeous Freeman.
Hold it!
Why did you believe that?
Anyone who knows Mr. Romano would think the same. I bet Lance is that old man's greatest treasure.
I suppose he would be to a doting father like Mr. Romano.
I always figured that was it too. And I was always envious of Lance for it. Oh, because your dad's... I got this pendant from my father. And I believe that as long as I have this, I'll find my father again someday.
Wow, boy, we have news for you.
Oh my god.
He'll welcome me into his arms, riding on the back of Pegasus.
That pendant. She must truly believe it to be the wings of Pegasus.
Hold it!
Would you mind telling us a little about the plan itself?
Well, first we captured Lance. Ooh, how did you do that?
Are you so interested, Kay?
Don't mind. Well, Mr. Deacon did that on his own, so I don't quite know. Bah! And here I thought you knew how to steal people away.
I shudder to think what she would do with such knowledge.
Sorry, I really don't know. But somehow, Mr. Deacon was able to contain him. All we had to do after that was wait for the ransom to be paid, but...
I think I have an idea. Maybe it involves a smoke grenade and a gas mask. Just saying.
No!
Oh no. What?
Consider this a privilege.
999 reference.
Why did you think he did?
I have no idea. But maybe he had planned on doing so from the very beginning. Miss Pops.
Wait. Mr. Deacon planned to kill Miss Pops from the very beginning. Was that ever really likely to happen? What should I do? Should I raise an objection?
Yes.
Yes. I'm sorry, but I don't think what you just claimed is all that likely.
Huh?
I don't think Mr. Deacon would have ever been capable of killing you.
But why? We were total strangers!
Put the scissors down!
Hold it!
It's not uncommon for people to kill each other over money.
Miss Pops, you really are clueless, aren't you?
Yep, that was the game, not me when it does that.
What do you mean?
You never knew what your role in the kidnapping was, nor do you know who you really are. But I do, and I can show you with this piece of evidence. This proves that Mr. Deacon wouldn't have been able to bring himself to kill Miss Pops. I'd say the horse necklace.
Yeah.
Alright.
Take that!
Why are you showing this to me?
So what about the pendant?
This horse pendant, along with this piece of evidence, shows who you really are.
I
Would
wonder
be
what.
Well, either that or the information talking about him. Show the other pendant.
Other pendant? You guys agree?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, might as well. You see, they match.
These two pendants resemble each other. Wouldn't you agree?
Hey, you're right. They're the same color, and they're even made of the same material.
I believe that these two pendants are actually one.
Ah!
Shall we give it a try?
Wow! It's totally Pegasus.
Hi, Zeus.
Sorry, I'm choking on my.
Yes, I'm right here.
But why? Why does my pendant match up with Mr. Deacon's?
You have the same persona.
Yes, you're both horse furs. Get used to it. Join the herd.
Well, you're a smart lady. I'm sure you can imagine why that might be. Look at my smug
No,
face.
That can't be!
Furry.
I'm smugly telling you that your father is dead.
So the two make a sex. It's just another trinket. It's not as though this changes anything.
You lack imagination, Agent Lang. Very well. I'll show you with this evidence. This is the piece of evidence that gives meaning to the Pegasus pendant.
What do you think
That would
now?
be
This is where you get the
chicken
dossier.
page. Yeah, this is where the dossier goes in.
All right.
Oliver Deacon was just an alias for this man. His real name was Colin Deveray, the name that is etched on the horse pendant.
And a fun fact, if you haven't noticed, it's an anagram. There you go.
Yep.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Colin Deveray and Oliver Deacon is an anagram,
Oh.
meaning you can rearrange the letters in these names to get to the other names.
To make the other name, yeah.
Huh.
What? An alias?
I suppose he had to hide the fact that he was a felon somehow in order to live. And it makes sense, given what is written in Mr. Deveray's dossier. But what I really wanted to point out was this. This specific section is what reveals blah 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 blah.
Thank you, game.
Soul
What
daughter.
reveals the true meaning behind those pendants.
Soul
You might
daughter.
want to hover over Soul Daughter.
Soul daughter. As opposed
Miss-
to a corporeal one.
Mr. Deveray had one daughter, and her name is Lauren Pops.
That's a lie! That person was not my father!
Why has nobody taken her scissors yet? He couldn't come out and tell you he was your father because he was in hiding. However, I believe he was trying to secretly watch over you. Do you still believe that a man like that could kill the daughter he was separated from? Or even that such a man would allow his daughter to get involved in a kidnapping plot?
So fast.
You're kind of breaking out a little bit, Randy. Nightcrawler.
Ah,
Yeah, try it again.
if I put the mic
Text
right
sensitivity
here.
and noise suppression.
Oh, let me see if those are on. I turned them off, but they should
And also
not be
that you're
on.
on the right microphone.
I know I'm on the right microphone because I changed that earlier.
Good. Okay, then I don't know what's.
Try again.
I turned off noise suppression. Okay.
That's better.
Okay.
And what is so funny, Agent Lang?
You're good at making things up in your head and deciding it's the truth, aren't you?
What are you trying to say?
You're thinking as much too innocent. After all, I've thought of another possibility.
Oh, is that so? Well, let's hear it.
Here we go. Nightcrawler?
Ahem.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, he's gone.
My
Hello?
microphone fell over. Don't worry, I'm back.
Oh, no. Well, okay, you okay? Is it okay?
Hello. Yes, it's okay. Everything's fine.
We're fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you. How
Testimony
are
time.
you?
I'll grant you that the two of them are father and daughter. But isn't it possible that they both knew that fact? It was no coincidence that the reunited pair became involved in the House of Albano. And the two of them made good use of their meetings to plan this little kidnapping. Wouldn't you say my scenario is perfectly probable as well?
I have no idea what's going on.
So this is his version of how things might have been.
You don't have any proof that either one didn't know of their true relationship, right?
You mean they knowingly committed the kidnapping as father and daughter? Crime duo. Crime
No,
duo.
I mean they knowingly. No, I mean they knowingly committed the kidnapping as Stallion and Philly, as one really rotten family of horses.
Is that really what happened? I'd better take a long, hard look at the evidence.
I mean, the horse penny kind of sends it all. You don't need to really look at anything else.
Alright.
Precisely. And what father would ever willingly kill his own daughter?
Not so fast. I've seen a lot of things in my travels. And I can tell you that being related by blood is sometimes proof of nothing.
Decent point.
You think they knew?
Yeah, I don't think only the victim knew. I think the girl realized it as well. They both knew who the other person was, but they pretend that they didn't.
Because he was on the lam?
What? No, because they were going to the furry convention together. You got it. The victim couldn't exactly go around flaunting who he was. Furthermore,
No coincidence.
One is a butler, and one is the friend of the son, you mean?
what?
Uh-oh.
Oh god.
Did you knock it over again?
Oh.
No!
No, my computer just decided that it doesn't want to recognize this microphone.
Computer!
We're still recording at least, so feel free to stay in line when you're ready. Technical difficulties.
Please stand by.
Por favor, manténganse alejados de las puertas.
they probably thought that this was their best shot. Or they probably thought that was their best shot.
Is that what you honestly believe?
Of course.
You mean how they plotted to commit this crime as blood relatives?
When you think of a better partner, they're certainly a clever pair.
The butler and the girlfriend. No one would ever suspect that they were, in fact, family.
Yes, from the very beginning, they painstakingly practiced those roles well.
I believe you're being a bit too overconfident for someone with no evidence.
Am I? Because I don't see you presenting any evidence to the contrary.
Without evidence, we're stuck in a stalemate. Agent Lang isn't wrong. His scenario is certainly a probable one.
You'd better hurry up and do something, or Lauren's gonna wind up looking pretty bad.
I know, but first things first. Is Agent Lang's line of logic factually correct? The two of them really knowingly commit the crime as father and daughter.
Well, so
Let's
Let's
see
see
what
what
evidence there is again.
so we have the pamphlet, the
No.
photo rally, the
No.
Bible,
No.
the Bad Badger's head,
Probably not.
costumes,
No.
the murder notes. Well, probably.
I don't think so.
The pendant.
Mm,
We already showed that, so
This
that's
pendant.
not gonna help.
The Badgermobile. The victim's costume. A letter for Lance. The dossier again.
This-
Sorry.
Look at that again for a second. He never showed up. It's the only thing I can think of. The fact that they watched the wife and daughter, but he never appeared.
You agree with that, everybody? Dossier again?
I feel like that makes sense.
Yeah, but which one are we going to present it with?
Not that one.
Agent Lang, about this piece of evidence.
You're a fucking idiot.
Not so fast. The music is still playing, which means I'm still winning. Langzy says, when the music continues to play, you're still winning. Confidence is like a soul, and words without confidence are but empty shells. You shouldn't waste your breath on words you have no confidence in, Mr. Prosecutor. Although, it's just as bad to say something in full confidence and be wrong.
I love that Sheena, like, supposedly just has a bunch of scrolls that she
Appar-
just, like, brings.
Apparently so, yeah.
Are you going to let him lecture you about your self-confidence like that?
Yes.
I don't need to be overflowing of self-confidence, I just need to think rationally. After all, I only need to be confident in the facts.
Well, let's check the other statements. Maybe there's other weak ones.
Next.
There's that one.
Reunited. Check the next line.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
that
they
one.
present it to the
Present it on that
reunited.
one, I'd say.
Which one? The previous one?
The one you're on now.
Oh,
I would have guessed the reunited pair, but
and the last statement for the reminder. No.
I'd say that one, because it says good use of their meetings, but they never actually met.
Nope.
Nah.
Alright, we'll try the previous one then.
Lang Z says blah 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 blah.
Lang Z says you're wrong, therefore I'm right.
Hey, remind me, it's been a while, Nightcrawler. Are we on the right track? I know this one was kind of tricky.
I'm still gonna say present it to the reunited pair.
Oh, well,
Rip.
yeah. This is one of the trickier contradictions. You're not focusing on the wrong thing, or you're not focusing on the right thing.
Oh, so it's another angle.
There's something far more fundamental about the case that is.
Yeah, they were
directly
wearing costumes the
contradicted.
whole time.
Oh! So...
Back. No, this is the wrong line.
So the second one, maybe?
If that's actually... That feels fucking stupid.
I mean, this one? Again? And
If
then
they were
what?
both wearing costumes, it wouldn't be
I mean, this one?
probably.
Victims' costumes, yeah, that's the only thing. Or the stolen costumes. This one then? Still in costumes? Alright, let's try it.
I would have thought the victim's costume specifically, considering that's covering him up the whole time. But
Yeah, well. Yep, I remember this. Like, this particular testimony is just annoying. Alright, once more feeling. The victim's costume. Are you kidding me? Well, this is kind of embarrassing. Alright, where are we going wrong, Nightcrawler?
Something that we just learned about in the previous part.
Oh. We learned about father and daughter, right?
Nope. Something we just learned about by investigating the kidnapper's hideout.
Oh, that's what you meant.
that there were 3 people, or what?
And the 2 of them.
Yes.
Oh. In that case. Yep. 3 costumes. Fuck me.
That's lame.
Boo!
That's stupid. That's
It wasn't 2, but 3. Let's just move on. The rest of the country
I
was
was
not as
thinking
bad.
of that, but the other thing I was thinking was like, what piece of evidence corroborates that?
This kidnapping wasn't planned by just 2 people alone.
What kind of proof do you have of that?
Quite simply, there were 3 kidnappers.
3?
Sorry. 4 costumes were stolen from the Wild Wild West area's back room. We found one of them in the kidnapper's hideout. But as for the other 3, we can assume they were being worn by 3 different people. We also found a set of 3 cups and 3 folding chairs that were used in the hideout.
With the real crime, the coffee is untouched.
It all clearly points to a 3-man group. And I believe this 3rd person is the real mastermind behind the kidnapping.
Who? Who is this mastermind?
I present to you the brains behind the kidnapping.
Already, alright guys. What do you think?
Oh,
I do remember this,
I
but I'm
think
not
I
gonna
remember. Yeah, I think I remember this, so I shouldn't spoil it.
It's the granny!
Okay.
Brilliant.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding!
You don't even get her real name.
Nope, she's just security lady.
Honestly,
Old
that's
bag.
the best.
But I honestly don't really know.
Legon? Thoughts?
I mean, Legon remembered, right?
No,
No, it's Bright who remembered.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shouldn't say it because that would spoil it.
So we have Oliver, Lauren, and who's number 3? Who's most related, I suppose?
Lance.
Well,
I
We
just
don't really have any options here, so.
process of elimination. Who is it not?
No, I think they guessed something.
They did? I didn't hear it.
Lance.
Lance? Alright.
Take that!
Twist!
Ransom Mono!
Yes, this abduction was in fact schemed up by Lance himself. Recall what he said when he appeared before us.
But you see the faces of your kidnappers.
No, I didn't see their faces, but 2 wonderful women.
Yep. All the way back here, he said 2.
However, there were 3 kidnappers, which is in direct contradiction to what he said.
But I know I only saw 2 people.
This guy was being held hostage. It's possible he couldn't see all 3 of them.
Also,
Ah, yes.
why does his face look like it's made with a different art style compared to Lang?
I know.
Ah,
I
yes.
don't know. His art style is so bizarre.
Ah, yes. About when you were being held. I have my doubts about what happened then. Lance, would you mind telling us what happened while you were being held captive?
I really don't remember much anymore, honest. But if I don't tell you at least something, you won't believe me at all, will you?
And there we go.
I was kidnapped yesterday morning. They had me shut in that room blindfolded the entire time. Wow, not a good liar, are you? The kidnappers suddenly disappeared around the time I heard rain falling outside. My hands were cuffed, but it was a stroke of luck that they left me alone. I made my escape and ran away from that room as fast as I could. You were a terrible liar, kid.
Edgeworth?
Oh, sorry. I think I'm just tired. Through the underground passageway, I presume.
You okay?
Sorry, I really didn't want to recall that horrible ordeal, but now you believe me, right? Please say yes.
No, not quite yet.
Oh! How can you not? Why do you look at me with icy daggers in your eyes?
I just have resting bitch face.
Oh,
Because he's
no!
Resting prosecutor face.
Because he's a prosecutor, and because they're all like that.
Also, take a look at Lance right there, just peeking curiously.
Why is his eye like the eye of the devil?
I'll have you know, Agent Lang, a prosecutor's eyes are for discerning the truth. And should they be interpreted to be cruel at times, then so be it. There's a sticking point in Lance's testimony. Let's see what he offers up when I push a little.
All right.
Can you tell us about when you were abducted in a little more detail?
It was a strange morning. I felt like I was right in the middle of a great calm.
Edgeworth.
Are you going to
And where
say
were you when
anything?
you experienced this calm?
Our family garden, of course. Where else could it have been?
Well, excuse me for asking. This child is more princess than prince.
I was out taking a walk to shake off the morning blah. And out of the blue,
What?
someone from behind clams a hand over my mouth.
You didn't see your attacker.
They must have used some drug to knock me out. Chlorine, I think it's called. Because before I knew it, I was off in La La Land again. Not the fun one. When I woke up, I was in the kidnapper's hideout already, all tied up. I'm still tied up, you can see.
Yeah, they never unchained him.
By that room, you mean the room in the kidnapper hideout, correct?
Yes, but I was blindfolded the whole time, so I didn't know that until I made my escape.
Then you were in the same room as your kidnappers.
They spoke in hushed tones, but I could catch bits of their conversation. It was definitely two people, and one of them was definitely a woman. I was so scared, I could tell they were nearby, so I didn't dare make a move.
Rain falling.
The kidnappers disappeared.
The room fell into a sudden silence. I had been left behind like an unwanted mutt.
And what do you mean by unwanted mutt?
Pointless question. It's not like he's gonna tell you anything new, you know.
It's a poetic simile. You should learn how to use them too. You may look refined on the outside.
dramatic
no
win.
good if you're not refined on the inside as well. Thank you for that timely fan.
It's like, who is blowing the fan behind Lance over here? The butler's dead.
It's gumshoe.
Then there's cuffs on your wrists. I suppose you are still cuffed in that case.
Also, welcome back, Serenity. Thank you. Hope you had a good supper.
Nom nom.
I am well aware of how I am chained to reality. I couldn't find the key, so I'm afraid that I'm stuck like this. Even though I escaped from that jail cell, I will forever be a prisoner. The jail cell that I couldn't see the bars of because I was blindfolded, absolutely.
How did you manage to escape?
Yeah, that's a huge question.
I wanted to just get out of there, but the door leading outside was locked. Which is why I had to use the underground passageway to make my escape.
I remember our escape to be equally as hard. This is an invaluable piece of testimony. I mustn't let it go unexamined.
Well,
The door leading outside was locked tight, so I had to use the underground passageway.
press.
There is nothing wrong with this at all. No, nothing. Nothing at all.
By underground passageway, you mean the one the staff uses to travel unnoticed?
I suppose that's what it's for, but I didn't run into any staff members on my way out. And once I was up top, I was busy trying to find a member of the police.
And that is when you found us congregated at the stadium, I suppose. Let me ask you then, how did you get a hold of the key to the underground door?
I thought it was the handcuff key. That was easy. It was hanging right there in the room on the wall.
Oh.
I could totally see it despite my blindfold.
I do recall a key hanging on the wall right beside the table.
Boyd, does that bring back memories of our situation and how we made our escape?
Indeed. And although the door in the floor of our room led to an underground room, the door in the floor of the room next door had a secret passageway.
A secret passageway under a theme park? Ooh, that just sounds like so much fun!
Or just like the Magic Kingdom and a lot of Disney parks nowadays.
Oh yeah, they have...
I wonder, is there something off about the way Lance made his escape?
That's the part that's going to have the contradiction, not the fact that he could see despite a blindfold. I'm not going to let that go.
I think you guys know where this contradiction lies, right?
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder what it could be. Maybe it's totally not the thing that was blocking the door from the inside in the room that he was in the whole time.
You say that the door leading out was locked, but was it really?
Talking about that room behind the saloon front, right? Look, I heard that it took quite a few men to get that thing open. Right, Sheena?
Yes, that's correct.
Then take a look at this.
Holy sudden pursuit, Batman.
I was like, suddenly pursuit theme. What is that? A sword? It's not like... It's not an especially reliable one if it's broken like that.
Allow me to start from the end. My conclusion is that the door was never locked. It was simply held shut by this sword, which was used to jam the handle. Lance, even though your hands were cuffed together, you could still use them. If that's the case, then why did you not just simply remove the sword and escape?
Why didn't I? I was disoriented. Yes, that's it. I didn't notice it. I was blindfolded.
As if I should accept such a bold-faced lie. You locked yourself in that room because you had to make yourself look like the victim. But you did not, in fact, possess the key to the door. That is why you used the prop sword to improvise and create a prison of your very own.
That's so fast. You've been making this guy out to be one of the kidnappers for some time now.
A total of 10 minutes.
I wonder if you've forgotten something very important along the way.
And what would that be?
A motive. What else?
Oh,
Do you
now
honestly
he
think
cares
that-
about motive.
In typical Ace Attorney fashion, I only
Yeah.
care about the motive when it's detrimental to my case. Do you honestly think that an upright, pure boy like him
I just
Excuse
noticed there's
me?
a blue badger head on the lamp.
would hatch up a completely pointless scheme such as kidnapping himself?
There's Blue Badger like symbolism everywhere in like the first area of the park.
It's all Blue Badger.
No, but I mean, next time we pan over to the right, look at the lamp next to the bridge.
Got it.
This proves that Lance did indeed have a motive to commit this crime.
What are we thinking, guys?
The tender lender.
Okay. The love letter, you mean?
But it's simply, Lance has a very urgent need for money. This is hardly your typical love letter. It is, in fact, a collections bill. It appears our upstanding boy has accumulated quite a debt.
You know what?
I wonder what his debt might happen to be in drugs, gambling,
No, it's obviously
fursuits.
in.
No, it's student
No.
loans.
Dang it, you took my joke. I was going to say he commissioned a fursuit.
Daddy, my fursuit cost $500,000.
They always say that they're suspiciously wealthy furries, but some of them are only suspiciously wealthy because they have way too much credit card debt. Isn't that right, Lance?
Also, one thing I never really thought or noticed, but wouldn't collections letter, this kind of reminds me of the whole my situation in the first game, where if they turned a damn receipt around, you'd be able to find something important. And like a whole collections letter, why would it be handwritten like this? What? It would have like a bill and shit.
Because it's
I don't
Viola. She likes
Because
murder.
it's Viola Cadaverini, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Looks like it's hard being the son of a rich man too. No.
Well, what would you do with a $10,000 a month allowance? It trades by so quickly.
It must be rough when you have to resort to stealing from your own old man, huh?
He wouldn't give me more when I asked. All right, I give up. I abducted myself.
Lance! The wind.
It's over, Lolly. In this life, we really are bound to our fates after all. All I wanted was to go with you to a new town, somewhere where no one would know us. I wanted us to be well off with that 1 million, but now that dream is over.
Oh,
We could just be two furries on the run.
Then you're giving yourself up.
Also, look at the lamp on the left.
Yes.
Look at the base of it.
Yeah, there's a blue badger on the base of it.
Also on the railings.
Yes.
Yeah, there's blue badgers on the railings
run away
too.
from this world with my Lolly. Oliver even helped us with the plan, but then he had to go and stab us in the back.
He turned on you.
Maybe he didn't want to split the ransom money. That's my guess. It happened almost right after you made the drop-off. When we were alone, he attacked me all of a sudden.
This doesn't look like.
After a brief struggle, I was able to contain him and keep him under control. No, this is what happened. This is what happened. We left him inside that room as Lolly and I made our escape. We wore different costumes and split up. Lolly left first in the Blue Badger costume.
That would mean the person Officer Meekin saw was Miss Pops.
But right then, the old man just had to wake up. I was careless and he tackled me pretty hard from behind. Then Oliver put on a bad badger costume, took the suitcase with the $1 million and ran. I contacted Lolly right away and warned her that he had a gun. They had no idea that they were related, so I thought that it could only end badly.
I still don't believe it! That person was not my father!
Someone take the goddamn scissors!
Because if he was, I
was you.
Oh boy. What happened?
That man was not my father! I mean, because at the stadium, there was a bad badger pulling the suitcase with the 1 million in it. But that badger pointed his gun at me, aiming to shoot me dead! That's why I used the gun I got from Lance. There was a gunshot. The other person crumpled to the ground, and I ran, scared for my life.
I think the big picture is finally coming into focus, don't you?
Oh,
No thanks to you.
Forgive me. I didn't think it would turn into something so frightening. If only I could have protected you.
So, Miss Pops, she shot her own dad without even knowing who he really was?
If what she says is true,
Are you saying she's lying? But why would she lie about something like that? What purpose would it serve?
you would be surprised how often people lie without even realizing it themselves, Kay.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
What I mean is, listen very carefully to her confession once more, and you'll see.
Hold it!
Please calm down, and let's slowly talk through this.
But
All you have to do is simply tell us what happened at the stadium. Leave it to us to search out the truth. Can you do that for me?
Alright. So, at the stadium,
A bad badger.
Hold it!
That was the ransom money, wasn't it?
yes, that's how I was able to identify Mr. Deacon almost immediately. It was all thanks to what Lance told me.
And what did he tell you?
Well, he called me on my cell phone and told me that Mr. Deacon had betrayed us and had run off with the ransom money. And about how he had a gun.
Hold it!
Were you able to clearly see the gun?
Yes, I got a very good look at it while it was pointed at me. Oh, Father, why would you try to shoot me? Do you really think a father would shoot his own daughter, Mr. Edgeworth?
I don't know.
I don't want to believe it myself. But it's true. My father's left arm was raised with a gun in it. Pointed straight at me! I'm about to die, I thought.
Miss Pops.
Yeah, the bad badger gun is on the right hand.
Please calm down and take a deep breath. And then, would you allow me to please hear that last statement one more time?
Yes, of course. But that badger pointed the gun in his
Evidence.
left hand at me.
Yep, this is a present
He
point.
shoot me dead.
No.
No, go to the other one.
The
What?
right hand gun.
Wait, what? The model gun or?
Oh, it doesn't actually show it that way.
Hmm.
His left hand.
Maybe the one with the picture.
Then maybe it would be the Bible.
The Bible? Okay.
What's... Yeah, that one shows it in the. Oh,
No.
or not?
No.
Huh.
It has something to do with what hand the gun is in.
Edgeworth.
But this also feels like something that should be either one should work.
Edgeworth.
Oh, I didn't think we needed to read this if this was the same thing we've
You don't
seen
have to.
before.
Fun.
Yeah.
Miss Pops, this evidence stands in clear contradiction to your statement just now.
Huh? Where? You fucking idiot.
Wow. It's not polite to confuse poor, helpless girls, Mr. Prosecutor. You fucking idiot. Until you have something significant to add, stuff that. What? Jap?
What is that word?
Stuff that
Look it up.
jab of
No, that's his neck ruffle. That's what it's called.
I mean, I figured
I
that's
thought it
what
was an
is.
ascot.
I've never heard that
Jabot?
word before.
jab.
Jabot.
Oh, jabot, an ornamental
Is that how you-
frill
is
or
that how you
ruffle on
pronounce
the
it?
front.
Jabot?
Yeah,
Yes.
jabot, it's French. An ornamental
English is
frill or
stupid.
ruffle on the front of a shirt or blouse, typically made of lace.
Of course it's
All right.
French.
Honestly,
Until
the
you have
only
something
reason I knew
significant-
this- Sorry. The only reason I knew this was because of fan fiction.
Ah, all right.
Yeah, of course.
Until you have something significant to add, stuff that jabot of yours in your mouth.
It's a cravat and it's a fashion statement, not a gag.
Unless if it's that bad.
Then it's a choker.
I need to calmly listen and then present my evidence.
Well, let's try again.
No,
That one.
it has to do with the left hand. I think the picture of it in the right hand is probably what it's supposed to be.
Well, that's the right hand still. So maybe there's something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another angle.
Oh, maybe.
Try presenting that one again then.
The model gun.
Yeah.
Or wasn't that the one with the rip in the blue badger?
The firing blanks.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, thing is, we don't have the piece of evidence that shows the Bad Badger costume with the right hand ripped off.
Fine, maybe we press that then.
I thought we did. No, we didn't. It's a
No.
brand new statement.
And you felt that your life was in danger, correct?
Yes, I'm about to die, I thought. So.
Well, that was nothing. Well, make sure. I'd say recall about the details of who shot who. At least for this story.
Oh, that's it. He's right-handed.
That is it. Okay, present
That's
that.
so. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is,
I have here a dossier on your father. And according to this, your father was right-handed.
So first the number of kidnappers. Now we have left-handed versus right-handed. But it's a common Ace Attorney trope. So that's why I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna point this out.
You see, the left hand, right hand thing isn't the piece that we take issue with. It's more so the evidence required to show it off
Yeah.
is really the
Because
piece of
like
issue.
we have all this other stuff that could.
There's been
like-
so much pointing to the Bad Badger costume itself, and not the person wearing it.
Right. So it just changes it up on you, like that.
Yeah, it's not a logical follow through.
Then.
Person pointing a gun at you from atop the stage was not Mr. Deacon.
Not so fast. Hold on there, Mr. Prosecutor. I think you need to take a refresher course. The Bad Badger has a model gun attached to its right hand. Which is why the only hand he could have held the real gun with was his left. Isn't it possible that it went down like that?
Agent Lang, were you paying attention to what Miss Pops was saying? And again, I suppose I can't expect someone who has never set foot in court to catch it.
Enough with the smugness. Out with it already.
Miss Pops told us earlier.
There was a Bad Badger pulling the suitcase with the 1 million in it.
According to you, the Bad Badger had the gun in his left hand, which would mean that he was pulling the suitcase with his right hand. Is that correct, Miss Pops?
Yes, exactly. And I'm sure it was the Bad Badger. It had those huge sunglasses on its face.
But if that's the case, even I can see there's a huge contradiction.
Yes, Miss Pops claims to have seen the Bad Badger. Yet the Bad Badger had both of his hands full. These two pieces of information contradict each other, so one must be wrong.
Big turning point here. What say you guys?
Well, we know both hands were occupied.
Right.
And we know that they contradict each other, so by the process of elimination, it must be the first one.
Are we in agreement?
Go with it.
Let's see. No.
Miss Pops, what you saw was not the Bad Badger. Think back and recall which character was it that leveled a gun at you.
Did it have pants? But it was wearing a pair of sunglasses, and it had that strange blue beard. That sums up the Bad Badger pretty well, I'd say.
I would have said both.
It
Too
was
bad
both,
for
yeah.
you, but it looks like the Bad Badger wasn't the mistake here.
Ugh. I need to think carefully about the facts here. Miss Pops claims to have seen the Bad Badger. Yet the Bad Badger had both of his hands full with something or another.
Both are correct, because the Bad Badger's right hand had the gun ripped off.
Yeah.
They are both correct.
Impossible. That just leaves us with an irresolvable contradiction.
Miss Pops' entire statement rests on the fact that she saw his
Or best.
sunglasses and beard. What if that Bad Badger wasn't wearing pants on his lower
I
half?
was right about the fucking pants.
No context, just take that line out of context.
What if he wasn't wearing pants?
Oh
Bad
my!
Badger head.
What if it was only half of the fursuit?
The costumes have two parts to them, a head and the body.
Oh, I get it now.
And this would also explain 4 costumes being stolen.
Edgeworth.
The head Miss Pops saw was probably really the head of the Bad Badger. I am so sorry about tonight. I think I'm just hit by really tired and I just keep like nodding off, struggling to stay awake.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, it's been going on for like, what, half an hour longer now? I don't know what's been going on with me tonight. However, is it not possible that the body was that of an entirely different badger?
Different Badger?
Well, we're gonna hit a pretty we're gonna hit a point where we can stop and give you some rest.
I assume we're almost done.
Yeah, I'm just conflicted because if we do go another hour, we will finish the case. But it's like you're really tired, so I don't want to push you.
Yes, or to put it more bluntly, I believe it was the lower half of this badger. Body of the Bad Badger Miss Pops saw was really which one? Really belonged to this badger. I have no idea.
So if not the Bad Badger,
So-
it's only one of two things.
I mean, yeah, it's gotta be Proto or Blue Badger.
Oh, the Proto Badger's so awful.
I have no idea which one it would be.
Flip a coin, I guess, or unless Legon has something.
Oh. I'm thinking.
Proto or Blue?
There were 2 Bad Badger costumes that were stolen, so...
Remember who was in each one.
It was Lance and the Proto one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, probably Proto.
So then that one.
Oh, also, don't forget, Lauren was in
Lauren.
a Blue Badger, and Meekins was in a Blue Badger, so...
Process of elimination. Yep.
What the heck is it?
What is with its face?
It's the proto badger.
Yes, and it's a simple matter of process of elimination. Miss Pops was wearing the blue badger's costume, so we can eliminate that one. And the pink badger is of the wrong color, which would have been incredibly obvious.
No, it's the bow. That's the giveaway.
All that is left is the proto-badger costume. Miss Pops, who is the one who wore the proto-badger costume?
That would be Leon.
Not so fast. Are you saying what I think you are? That Lansamano donned the Bad Badger's head and pretended to be Mr. Deacon? On top of which, he plotted to shoot Miss Pops while wearing that hideous thing?
The stage that was set up in the stadium was nothing more than that, a setup. And its purpose was to lead Miss Pops into believing she had committed murder. Standing there in front of Miss Pops and pretending to be the victim. It was all done so that she would pull the trigger.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Why exactly would I have had to do all that? Huh?
There's but one reason. Lansamano, you are the real culprit behind the murder of Mr. Oliver Deacon.
What?
No!
That's slander! Take it back! You take it back right now!
Just out of curiosity, Lance, which is your dominant hand?
I'm left-handed. What does that have to do with anything?
It depends. According to Miss Pops, her attacker held the gun in his left hand.
So fast. Ha! And who is one-handed doesn't prove a thing. And besides, now you're just being absurd. It's not like the proto-badger is bulletproof. One misfire and he would have found himself dead, right?
Of course. Logically, if he had been shot, he probably wouldn't be here with us. But I believe he had thought of that as well and prepared accordingly. And this should be all the evidence you need.
The testimony that the gun fires blanks.
Yeah.
That would be
No, other page.
this one.
Yeah. We found one half of a Bad Badger costume in the hideout. A broken one. It was not the same one that the victim was wearing. Plus, it was missing something. And that something is the model gun that the Bad Badger carries, which can fire blanks.
What?
You kind of peeked again there. Try again.
He screamed into his coat.
Are you serious?
Yes, you peeked. I barely heard that. Try again.
It sounded like you were
What?
muffled.
There you go.
Miss Pops, where is the gun you use now?
I threw it away to the sea. Because I have to make it so hard for you.
That makes it a bit tough to verify what it was. Although I believe that we can safely assume that it was the model gun in question.
Not so fast. I've heard enough. All you've been spouting so far is pure conjecture.
I admit that as long as the model gun is lost to us, I can't prove I'm right. However, I can say that the probability that I am right is very high.
Just
Right.
like
First
me.
of all, calm down. You don't need any more of Beacons' drugs if he's given you them. Secondly, let's pretend that you're right and that the murder at the stadium was a fabrication. In that case, where do you think the murder really took place, Mr. Prosecutor?
I don't know yet.
I knew you were full of it.
However, I do believe that the murder took place during an earlier time frame.
Please, wait a second. It's simply not possible. after he was restrained by Lance.
We saw the victim in the state of being restrained.
I came back to the hideout long after the other two. By that time, Lance had already subdued and restrained Mr. Deacon. He had tied Mr. Deacon securely to the beam in the room next door.
What? Miss Pops, are you quite alright?
I like how
Sorry.
everyone has the
Joker
exact
laughing
same
gas.
realization at the exact same time.
I think I missed it. What?
Securely, all of you, stop. Cease.
I still don't get it for once.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Don't worry about it.
After that, the two of us put on our costumes and made our escape.
Are you laughing or are you crying? I can't tell.
I'm laughing.
So, Mr. Deacon must have escaped after the two of you left, right?
We thought that it'd attract too much attention if we left together, so I left first. We planned to meet up again at the stage in the stadium. But then, as I was walking through the park, I got a call from Lance on my cell phone.
Oliver managed to escape. It looked like he was waiting until I was alone. He also stole the gun from me at that time.
And then the murder happened. Mr. Deacon must have overheard their plan to meet up at the stage. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, Miss Pop saw the victim with her own eyes. Which means that the victim was still alive at that time. Wouldn't you agree?
Why does that sound wrong to me?
I have
It's
a
almost
hunch.
like I was tied up in that room myself.
There must be something amiss about this account. Let's see what happens when I examine it in more detail.
So, for context, I saw the contradiction while I was reading the line, and that's why I started laughing.
Well then, do we just jump straight to it, or not?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is it, right?
Yeah.
Let's press first, just make sure that we're not missing anything.
You are sure that it was Mr. Deacon that you saw?
Yes, I am certain of what I saw.
Did you go into the other room to check?
Lance said that it was best if I didn't get too close to him. Lance, he's such a kind soul.
Then are you telling me that you did not confirm that it was Mr. Deacon for yourself?
I checked through the slit in the door that separates the two rooms. He had a bad back.
Uh-oh. Miss Pops! It's all coming together.
It's all coming together.
What was that?
That's a phone.
What has this stream devolved into? I love this.
Yes, hello, we're calling to
into
ask you about how
nonsense.
stupid you are, Miss Pops.
We're calling to contact you about your car's extended warranty.
Miss Pops!
We're calling you about your boyfriend's student loans. Please pay them off immediately.
Miss Pops,
Sorry,
you're not supposed
unfortunately, about your boyfriend's fursuit loans.
Alright,
Furries Anonymous,
I wanna
please
rent
pay us.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. Be right back.
I returned.
Oh,
hello.
piss off.
Wow, you returned as soon as Zeus went to
Oh,
the bathroom.
terrible timing. This is so ridiculous. Even by Ace Attorney standards.
Sorry, I'm just imagining Edward with a blue badger head. Well, I'm gonna get an icy pop.
You do that.
Pops.
Kay wants her icy pop.
Is that?
If you want your pops, I mean,
Is
there's
that-
a pops right here.
I was going to say, is that Lauren's sister, perhaps, Ms. Icy?
Icy pops.
Or perhaps that's her mother, Miss Irene Claudia Pops, or IC Pops for short.
Oh, I see.
You see?
Okay, I'm
I
back.
don't know if that got picked up.
I'm back. Overgrowth, did you read
He
the
had
line?
a badger's head on, so I'm absolutely sure that it just had to be Mr. Deacon.
He saw a bad badger head.
Well,
Yeah.
The cap had a bad badger's head on, so I'm absolutely sure it was Mr. Deacon.
press present.
What's our evidence? Not
Present
that. No.
You voted. Not
Yeah, I'd say present the head.
The head? Okay.
Ba-da-bum. It was
Insert
me.
head tap. Miss Pops, the person you saw was not Mr. Deacon at all.
Huh?
The person you actually saw was this person.
Wow. They just
Me.
gave you
It
the
was
option.
Kay Faraday, of course.
Obviously.
Youth. Hold on, I
It
have
was
to say
me
it.
the whole time.
No. I have to say this line. You thought it was Mr. Deacon, but it was me, Edgy!
Yes.
I've been here the whole time. Huh? The person I saw was you, Mr. Edward?
I always thought it was a bit odd. Why would the kidnappers abduct me even after I had handed over the ransom? Not as though I saw the face of the kidnappers. If I were them, I would have just taken the $1 million and ran. But in the end, there was a point to it all. It was to make me look like Mr. Deacon. And if that was the reason for which I was abducted, then I believe we can assume that the victim was already dead at that time. Well, Lance, am I right?
That is.
You showed Miss Pops a person, namely me, with a bad badger's head on. And then made your costumed escape together. Or so you pretended.
Huh? What do you mean he pretended?
Exactly that. I believe Lance watched you escape and then doubled back to the hideout. Probably to come and remove the bad badger head from my unconscious self. And to create his fake prison with the prop sword. He then escaped via the passageway.
Oh, Nightcrawler.
Hold your tongue, boy. Don't get caught up in that tidal wave of words coming out of Mr. Prosecutor's mouth.
Tidal wave.
We've heard a lot come out of you, but I've yet to see a shred of evidence. The victim's betrayal and his subsequent detainment. All of that could have happened while you were out cold.
That's right, you were out for quite a while, Mr. Prosecutor. I know that for no reason.
Even if that were the case, Miss Pops would have still seen me tied to that beam.
I was scared of Mr. Deacon, so I didn't go into the next room. So, I really have no idea if you were in there or not, Mr. Edward.
You see, it would seem that you can't prove a thing.
Ugh.
Who needs to
Who
voice
said
this
that?
line?
Oh, guess who?
Please, wait.
Mr. Romano.
Ho ho ho! Miles, my boy. It looks like you're really giving it your all. And Lance, it's not good to cause trouble for others.
Dad!
Let's see. You are the one in charge of the investigation, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry that my son has been nothing but trouble. This probably won't make up for anything, but I have some evidence for you.
No, do you now?
Well then.
A decapitated head.
This is what we call a mafia warning, Mr. Lang.
Is that what I think it is?
It's the Bad Badger costume the victim was wearing. And a gun.
Brightfire.
I couldn't wait around for the police, so I went and found these myself. It appears they were disposed of in the area.
No,
You mean the sea?
I'm sorry, at my age I cannot see so well. It appears they were disposed of in the sea.
Nightcrawler.
Oh boy.
Is there no one in this country who actually obeys the law?
There now. Agent Lang, please calm down.
What the heck is that scrap of paper?
This appears to be a letter from the chief of police. Please allow Mr. Romano complete freedom to do as he sees fit, it says.
What?
The chief of police? What? Just who does he think he is?
I don't know, maybe the chief of police.
You would be amazed what a little bribe money can do.
The person who wields the highest authority in this area.
Ho ho ho! There now. There is no need to be so upset.
Just a little money.
I'm not a cop from this land. So I'm not bound by the laws of your country.
That's not how
That
it
is
works.
not how that works.
Now.
You want me
This
to bring
was-
in something called extraterritorial rights into this?
No!
No!
Not yet!
Too
Of course
early.
you'd bring that up being a furry.
Now. This wasn't meant to strong arm you into anything. It's just a request. I'm only asking that you please respect the laws of the land.
You mean like how you did it?
Yep.
I can't really say no to that. However, returning to the topic at hand. It doesn't matter who found the evidence, its value remains unchanged. Alright, now let's have a look at this new evidence.
I've already got the results back. I had a special forensics research lab that I'm on good terms with conduct the tests, because of course I did. They verified that the blood on this costume belonged to Oliver. As for the gun, the only fingerprints they could find were yours, Lauren.
What?
That does not add up with the fact that all of them would have been wearing costumes.
You disappoint me, Miles. I can't believe that you would cause my son such stress and heartache. Thank goodness this, I was able to find the final pieces of evidence. With this, you'll have no reason left to push my poor boy around.
That's it. These are the case-making pieces of evidence. Huh. I'll be the judge of that.
No, you're the prosecution.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Hooray! 5! 5 in one stream! A new record!
Oh,
I think you'll find we both know who the judge of this will be.
This bullet hole.
No, that's next time.
It looks kind of burnt around the edges.
Wait. Those burn marks were left by the gunpowder. This is a most important fact.
Why is that? I don't understand ballistics.
Because it is proof that the victim was shot at point-blank range.
Makes sense. Now what else?
Whatever
Gun.
that thing is in the neck. Hmm? What's this? It looks like there's something inside the costume head.
don't tell me it's actually a horn. Oh,
Hey,
good.
they sparkle. I bet they're really valuable.
They sparkle. Oh, well, it could very well be a horn then.
Sorry, but they're just pieces of a mirror. But why are they in here?
Look, I see sparkle, I see shine. Crowbrain wants.
Now what?
No. They only
Gun.
sparkle in the twilight.
Could this gun be the actual murder weapon?
And that's it.
Well, are these not the most definitive pieces of evidence you've ever seen?
Thank you, Dad. This should be enough to convince even Mr. Edgeworth over there.
And if not, I have all this money with me.
I
Oh.
don't think that will work, unfortunately.
Presto,
There's
here we
no
go.
mistake. There are fingerprints on that murderous gun. And they prove that it was Lolly who killed Oliver. This is the story the whole time. But Oliver was also after Lolly's life. So, Mr. Edgeworth, even you must know Lolly was only acting in self-defense. You know all about defense, don't you?
The fingerprints on the weapon, huh? Huh?
Oh no, this isn't helpful at all.
Look, Mr. Edgeworth, all I want to do is save Lolly. But in the end, all I can do is watch on as she takes the punishment for her crimes. Multiple, because there's more than one, I swear.
That may be all you can do, however. I still have a case to solve and a job to do. The job of unraveling your insidious lie.
I'm not lying! You wound me. Why wouldn't you believe me even in the face of all this evidence?
I wonder why!
Does
Let-
not point towards me at all. None of it.
Press, I guess, everything?
Yep,
Gonna burn. Burn, burn,
there's
burn,
fingerprints.
burn,
Are you sure they belong to Miss Pops?
Brightfire.
Dad.
Oh, sorry. There's no mistake about. I'm sorry, boy. My boy, I am growing
Stop
quite.
counting your money and
Too busy counting my money to care about this case.
Son, there comes a time when one learns about priorities. Through my connections, I had the best forensics techniques money can buy performed.
Yes.
I find that to be a bit peculiar.
What? Are you trying to pick an argument with me?
What should I do? Should I raise an objection?
Should we?
Probably.
I'll pay you $5,000 not to.
Frankly, I don't believe that Miss Pop's prints should be on that gun to begin with. And the reason why Miss Pop's prints should not be on the gun is...
Everyone was in costume.
Yeah.
Go to the next one.
No, that one.
Just double check. No, it would be costumes were stolen, I think. Unless, yeah, third page is just...
It's simply not possible for Miss Pops to have left any prints on the murder weapon. Because while she was at the stadium, Miss Pops was wearing a costume.
You forgot about that, really?
But there's been no mistake. We found fingerprints.
Yes, what he said.
Well, Miss Pops, do you remember touching the gun at all at any time?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I did hold it for a bit back in the hideout. I handed it off to Mr. Deacon when he and Lance left for the haunted house.
To retrieve the ransom money, I suppose. And there you have it. That is when Miss Pops' prints found their way onto the gun. Do you understand now, Mr. Romano? The fingerprints do nothing to prove that Miss Pops is the murderer.
But you still don't have anything to prove that she isn't the killer, right?
Ah, yes, Ace
Please say
Attorney
yes.
role.
You seem very adamant about insisting that your girlfriend is a cold-blooded killer.
Oh, Lance!
What? No way! I'm incredibly worried about her! But that doesn't change the fact that you don't have any evidence, right?
That's where you're wrong. I have the evidence.
What? How?
The story that Miss Pops killed the victim at the stage in the stadium. The whole affair is simply not true, because that was not the real crime, but a setup. This proves that the real murder was not committed at the stadium at all.
Would it be the fact that the the shot was point blank?
Yeah.
Or no, it would be the mirror fragments, because that's only in the
Yes,
hideout.
that is it.
Mirror fragments? Okay.
Yeah.
No!
Aww.
Or not? Huh.
This piece of
Edgeworth, you
evidence proves
failed.
that the
3
real
steps ahead,
crime scene is
probably.
not, in fact, the stadium.
Mr. Prosecutor, I'd have to rate that piece of logic a 0 out of 10. No, you know what?
0?
I'm gonna rate it
It's at least
0
a
wolves out
6.8
of
out
10.
of 10.
And the street lolly is going to wind up getting arrested.
Oh
I
no!
must remain calm and think clearly. Also, I notice we only have about 2 chances left.
About 3, I'd say.
Might I suggest we just drop down a save just in case?
Even if we get a game over,
That's
I
still
will make sure a game over does not happen.
better safe than sorry.
The murder did not happen at the stadium, then the scenario where the victim was up on the stage and Miss Pops was down below. There must be something that invalidates it.
okay. I think you guys were close.
Was I right with the idea of it being a point blank shot?
Where's the evidence for that?
That would be on the
I-
victim's costume.
Oh, there we go.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, 2 chances left.
Let us take another good look at the costume the victim was wearing. Then, I believe you'll see why I insist he was not shot at the stadium.
And we know what that is.
This, yeah.
I wonder.
The burn around this bullet hole was made when the victim was shot at point-blank range.
Ah, so then you mean the murder Miss Olbag saw at the stadium really was?
She has a name!
Yes, she saw 2 people, but they were separated by a distance. If the victim was indeed shot from below the stage, there shouldn't be a gunpowder burn.
Look at you, Mr. Smarty Pants Prosecutor. Since you seem to know all the answers, why not tell us where the real crime scene is then?
Pursuit once more.
Lance sent me up to look like Mr. Deacon back at the hideout. If that's the case, then the murder must have happened prior to that. The location where Lance and the victim were at just before I was imprisoned was...
One of 4 places. What do you think?
I got it. I know the real scene of the murder. The haunted house. The real location in which Mr. Deacon was killed is here.
Take that!
I think it's not unreasonable to assume the murder took place in the haunted house.
The haunted house?
Yes, and I have proof that it is highly likely that the victim was killed there. What proves that the real scene? Now it's the mirror.
Yeah, it's like you jumped the gun a little bit. Damn you, Ace
Yeah,
Attorney.
that's what I said. 3 steps ahead. Just thinking 3
Also,
steps ahead.
hydrate. Serenity demands we hydrate right now at the climax.
I really should.
If you insist.
Thank you.
These were inside the costume the victim was wearing. They're
I
fragments
know I
of the
should
mirror.
because it's like, yeah, I wonder who I'm voicing.
Mirror? And what does that have to do with anything?
Indeed, you don't exactly expect to find pieces of a mirror inside of a costume.
Yeah, that's actually pretty dangerous. That could, like, slit your throat.
However, there is one place I can think of where there is a plethora of mirror fragments. And that is the haunted house. Lance Amano, I propose that you killed Mr. Deacon with the revolver in the haunted house.
Yes!
Ooh,
This
we're
freaking
playing
line!
Clue!
This is Clue now.
After that, you stole the Blue Badger-mobile to move his body to the Wild Wild West area. The timing of when the Blue Badger-mobile was stolen confirms this as a fact.
Miles, my boy, say no more.
I'm sorry, Mr. Romano, but I cannot do that.
So fast. Quiet.
Yes, please do something. Stop that boy from speaking any more nonsense.
Ernest Amano, correct? I meant you. Now be quiet, Grant.
Damn.
How dare you?
Your money means nothing to me.
I'll just go back to sulking and counting my money then.
Kicks him off the bridge. I don't need words. The only thing I require is evidence. Decisive evidence. And to call these mirror bits decisive is a little bit... And to call these mirror bits decisive is a bit too presumptuous, Mr. Prosecutor.
What?
Fina! Wasn't there a mirror in the kidnapper's hideout?
Yes, there was a mirror there. A mirror that's for the haunted house.
You see? Isn't it possible the fragments got into the costume there?
But Agent Lang, there were no fragments on the floor, so the probability is very low.
But it's never...
Not so fast. Probability? Langsy says, on truth's path, the word probability does not exist. The only thing that does is definitive proof. The question, Mr. Prosecutor, is, do you have the definitive proof you need?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you? Or do I need to go steal some?
Hold on,
Do I
did she
have
just
solid
admit to
enough
wanting to
evidence
steal
to prove the
something?
murder took place at the haunted house? The answer is... no.
So since you don't have any, shut up!
I don't have the evidence yet, but... I'm certain the murder occurred around the time I turned the ransom over. At that time, the only people at the haunted house besides myself were Lance and Mr. Deacon. If I can prove that the murder took place at the haunted house,
I'll prove that I was the murderer.
then I can prove Lance's guilt in connection to the murder.
What now, Mr. Edgeworth?
Agent Lang, I have a special request.
Yeah.
I'd like to prove to you that the scene of the crime was indeed the haunted house.
Why in the world are you asking the werewolf for permission? Why are you asking the furry?
Again, I find the term werewolf derogatory. I am always a wolf. I am never human.
Are you saying you're an otherkin then?
I don't know what that term means.
Good.
Because I don't really have a choice if I want to find the truth.
All right, permission granted. But you're not to touch a single thing. Got it?
That won't be a problem. All that's important to me is that the truth be brought to light. Doesn't matter by who or how it's done as long as it is.
And it's done correctly.
Una.
I'm here.
Put in the paperwork for the authorization immediately.
Understood. I'll go get the Gatewater Group's approval.
Oh, who was that?
Now, let's hold on for a second. There is no need to obtain approval.
Who needs approval when you have money?
Mr. Romano?
Yes, don't you remember what I did for the chief of police?
Agent Lang, if you would please take a look at this.
What is this? Hannah!
I forgot, you cannot read. It's...
I can only read.
Maybe that
Wolverine.
is actually what it is, and it's just an error. It's just something that doesn't make sense in translation. He can't read Japanese.
It's the deed to the haunted house.
But that does make sense, yeah. Form.
The deed?
Why do you just have that on you?
Read it out loud.
Gatewater Land Incorporated hereby bequests the property known as the haunted house to Mr. Romano for the lump sum of $1 million paid in full in cash.
Wow.
Is that what you did with the ransom money?
What?
As you can see, I am now the legal owner of the haunted house.
Are you kidding? When did you?
I ran into the owner of the park earlier, and we made the deal almost immediately. How quickly things move when you can prepare $1 million in a blink of an eye.
That 1 million you paid. Don't tell me it was...
Oh, that's right. This disgusting suitcase belongs to you, doesn't it? I don't have any more use for it, so you may have it back now.
You used the ransom money.
My Lance is a good boy. He even apologized for the kidnapping a bit earlier.
Yes, that fixes it.
So I do believe I will forgive him. After all, he did return the ransom money. That's the way things are, so if you would please discuss things with me from now on.
Discuss? What is there to discuss?
Why, permission to enter the haunted house, of course.
Oh, I hate capitalism.
While we were busy listening to Lance's story, Mr. Romano is out there preempting us.
Permission to search the haunted house is denied. End of discussion. Agent Lang, I want you to arrest that girl. And Miles, you should hurry on home now, my boy, before I really lose my temper.
Mr. Romano definitely has the deck stacked in his favor here. What should I do? If I leave it like this, the truth will be lost forever.
Stopping point! Yay!
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Oh,
definitely
boy.
so.
Okay.
Yeah, the final part of this is like another hour.
Okay. So that's it for
I'm
tonight then.
EB.
Yep,
Yes.
it says final confrontation former and is actually ladder, but it's finally the end of the case. We promise it will end.
The final confrontation.
Yeah. And I just
I mean,
realized
this is like, we know who the killer is. We know what happened. You just have to actually prove it.
yeah. That's kind of the one thing I don't like about at least this game so far, or at least what memories of this game. It's you kind of take so long to figure out the obvious. Like this case can wrapped up an hour ago, but we're just going to stretch this out. It's like, oh.
Well, yeah, in my opinion, this case in particular is like one of the most obvious cases in the whole series, for me at least.
Yeah. It's like you figure out, oh, third kidnapper. I wonder what, and then series of events, and the whole.
Well, for me, I
father.
didn't even need to know that there was a third kidnapper. As soon as we got into there's a kidnapping, I was like, it was probably the victim who actually kidnapped himself.
You've probably seen that before.
5 hours later, I was like, yep, that's what happened. I was like, all right, cool. That's it. That's the whole case.
All right,
Yeah.
so we will wrap this up, and then we will definitely start case 4 next time. So we will have to figure out opening cutscenes and new parts and all that good stuff. To get
Oh
into.
boy. Who are the
Hooray.
extras that for case 4,
no.
actually?
Oh no!
All right,
no.
back into it. Here we go.
No, we can't.
All right, let me
saved,
look
we're
at the
good.
character list real quick. Who
Why-
is going to be the extras?
Why you do that? I'm gonna
Extras
go ahead and
Overgrowth and
rate.
Lagon.
The extras will be Legon and Katie for next case.
And
Ooh, I'm gonna be the judge.
I'll be Edgeworth again. But well, no spoilers. I won't say anything.
You'll be Edgeworth. I will be your partner. I will be Dick Gumshoe.
We have
And
Kay
I'll
there.
be Tyrell Man.
Yes!
I'll have to figure out a better voice than this.
It's
Oh,
time.
Chess, you get to be the judge.
Oh, don't worry. I know how to be the judge. I will be just fine.
And Legon, you get to be the beloved, the hated Manfred von Karma.
Yes.
Just, oh god, don't strain your voice too hard.
Abduction.
Yeah, that one's gonna be rough on the vocal cords.
All right, so I'm gonna say.
Manfred von Karma. You only need to practice with him a bit, and you will be able to get it out.
There we go. I believe in you, Legon. But for now, we will end this stream. We'll raid Cell of the Kobold. They're playing some XCOM 2, one of the games I quite enjoy. So do have fun. See y'all here next week and on Tuesday for more Soma. Bye-bye now. Good night.
Yeah.
Hooray.
Good night.
Night.